welcome to Basketball Talk Pro. My name is Ron Ekker. Before we get to the book of drills, I have an offer to make to you. I think it's a great situation for you as coaches. I want to tell you that there is a way that I can have for you all the drills, not all the drills, but all of the videos that we have produced over the last year and a third. There's 165 of them. Actually, we produced 107, this will be 178. But I took out some of them on this offer because of they weren't really basketball coaching videos. So that brought it down to 165 videos. That's a lot of videos and a lot of basketball in it. So I want to make that offer to you, and I'll go into the details in just a little bit of everything it is. But I do have to tell you this, that from now on, after today, our archive will be reduced to the 5 most recent videos that we have produced. I have to do that because I'm going to have to take off all the rest of the videos from YouTube, because YouTube controls the archive, and so when they go, when I have to put them private, then they can't show it on the archive. But they all will be on the hard drive that I'm going to talk to you about. So I want to show you what you're going to get, because it's really quite an offer. I know one thing, I don't care when I was in my career, over 50 years, I had a chance to get an offer like this, I would have been jumping at it. And it doesn't make any difference if you're a new coach or an experienced coach. I think it's something that you can really use. And all of it comes on a portable hard drive like this. A portable hard drive you can put in the palm of your hand, and then there's the normal attachment. You guys have probably used them a lot, that you plug into your computer. And when you do that, you don't have to do anything else. You go to this hard drive, and everything will be on there. Everything. And we will explain that to you at this time, so you see exactly what you're getting. On the portable hard drive that you would get, the following items are included in that hard drive. And it comprises everything in the coach's learning library. You got it all in one neat, very small place that you can put in your pocket, actually. Or for the ladies, put it in your purse, and you can have it with you at all times. Well, in that portable hard drive will be 165 Basketball Talk Pro videos. Not completely all of them. Actually, we've made 177 of them, but some of those are not really coaching videos, so I took those out. These are 165 coaches training videos. It's a lot. It comprises well over a year, and we have them in 10 distinct categories. Categories such as offense, defense, personal development, philosophy, team drills, that kind of thing. So you can go to the category that you're interested in. Say you want something on offense, you go to that, just go to that category. You don't have to go to the entire list and look for something that would fit your need. There's 110 gigabytes of coaching and information on this hard drive. That includes or makes up 54 hours of instruction. Now that I don't believe is matched any place in our country or actually in the world, as far as I know. This is a unique uh, and once only uh, group of instruction that covered 50 years of experience in one place. To give you an idea just how much that is, if you took one video every day, your coaches or the coaches took one video every day and watched it 7 days a week, it would take them 5.5 months to get through all of them. It's a lot of basketball coaching. It also includes an alphabetical list of the total videos. Every video is in the list. The one you get will be alphabetical, but we will explain that, and it'll be explained more in the tutorial. And then a list of video categories. So that'll be like on an Excel sheet. There's also a tutorial video. That's the only term I could think of to give it. But there will be a brief, this is a video now. There will be a brief introduction and explanation just to let people know what the hard drive includes. And then the list will be explained. Now, most of you won't have any need for the explanation, but some will, to show you, the date of the video, the type by category of the video, and all the videos, as I mentioned to start with, are on alphabetical, but they are on an Excel format so that they can be sorted. For example, you could sort them by date, or you could sort them by type, and so that there's different ways you can look at it. Now, the list will also include the category lists, and that will be explained how you might use it. And then there's a definition of the category. Some of you may not understand a certain category, like I use the term general. That may not mean much to you, but we explain that in the tutorial, as well as defining the others. And then there's one sheet on how you might use the coach's learning library. There's a lot of uses for this, and we go through that pretty thoroughly for both the individual coach and if it's purchased by the institution, like by the athletic director, how they might use it. There's a need for training coaches in our country. There's a need for training coaches in the world, by the way. And we just want to make sure that all of you understand each aspect of this portable library. So it's quite an event, to be very honest with you. Well, having said that, we'll go back now to a little bit more explanation before we go into the topic for today. Well, there you have it. It's a lot of basketball. I really feel good about this, even though I do have to charge you for it. We've tried to come up with the most reasonable price. that we can. Actually, we are eventually going to sell the hard drive and everything. By the way, it's a 1 terabyte hard drive or 500. At any rate, it's going to be a lot of hard drive left over, so you can use it, and that can be an advantage because you might want to keep your basketball things on this hard drive along with the videos, and so you know, you could have your practice plans, all kinds of things on here. So you would have a nice coaching hard drive, and you don't have to take up space on your computer. Everything will be on here. Just don't lose it. You want to back it up someplace also. But now to the cost of this hard drive with all the videos in it. We're eventually going to sell it for $275. But right now, I'm going to take $55 off of that so that you can have it for $220. If that seems like a lot, it really isn't when you consider that that's about $1.33 per video. You know, that's pretty reasonable. If you go to Champion Products, you'd be paying $15–20 for a video. So this is, you know, I think of what we can do the best and help you as coaches, because you can have it all the rest of your life, and you probably will. And along with that, along with the discount, we'll give you a Basketball Talk Pro t-shirt that is a nice, very nice t-shirt, colored royal blue and with white lettering, and telling people that you're part of Basketball Talk Pro, which I hope, you know, is something that you will enjoy and use. So really, that's the whole situation. If you wish to purchase it, you can start purchasing it right now. There's a little button up to the right as you're facing your computer or your mobile or whatever you're using, and there's a little button there that says Buy Now. Above that is a drop down that you should up down to see the choices. The choice you want to make is individual. Don't purchase the institution unless you are an institution. But you're an individual, so and you have this all to yourself. It's just yours, and it'll be $220. You click on that. Click on the Buy Now button. It takes you right to PayPal. If you have a PayPal account and want to use it, there's an option for that. The second option is if you want to use a credit card. You don't have to have an account with PayPal. Then you have to fill out all the information like you do normally with a credit card a purchase online. And but I want to tell you, at the bottom you'll see it's kind of small print, t-shirt size, and then you'll be offered small, medium, large, and extra large. There's a little button to the right of it. It says Add. Click on Add. You get a box there. Type in your size, whichever it is, and close that down and continue on through the process of that you have to pay. Make sure that the shipping address is on there so we know where to ship the hard drive, which will come fairly quickly. The shirt's a little bit longer, but the hard drive should come fairly quickly. Well, that's it on that aspect. I want to go now to the book of drills, and I will do that by using another sheet
and going over the things that I think are important for you in developing your own book of drills. Uh, and um, and I think that's important. And I will go into the importance of that when I put on the sheet. So why don't we take a look now at that book of drills, and then I'll talk to you a little bit before we close down.
Well, I thought this might be helpful to you coaches. It's a small thing. It won't take us a whole lot of time to go through this, but still, even though it's a small endeavor, I think it's an important one. You can do it in different ways. This actually list is from my book. Um, Personally, when I did this in real coaching with my team, I didn't do it quite like this. I I use a yellow pad every year, and I wrote the drills down on that yellow pad in the order that I was introducing them. So, for example, if you look at the shell drill here, now that's a drill that I don't know how many times I ran. It could be in the thousands of times. And yet, every year I would, if I knew that was, and of course it was going to be in the first practice, then I would get, my yellow pad on my yellow pad. I actually diagrammed each drill, and then onto the side, I left a little room on the side. I would put the purpose of the drill, the coaching points of the drill, and how the drill was run. Um, and you may wonder about that because I really know that drill very well. But uh, between seasons, you can just neglect some things that you just don't remember. And actually, what would happen to me sometimes is I would get out on the drill and start teaching it, even though I had diagrammed it, went through the purpose and everything for the first time, and get out there and still, as I was coaching the drill, something would come to me that I didn't hadn't put down. And sometimes assistants would come to me and say, "Aren't we going to do this?" And then I'd remember that, it was a little thing, but I wanted it in there with that on that yellow sheet. Now, for me, writing something down helps me to really internalize it. The It's just like I read something this morning, Proverbs. It was about 14 lines, but I couldn't help but having to write it down. It was something that I thought was good, but it meant more to me to write it down than just read it, even though you can't do that with everything. But for me, basketball meant a lot to me, so I didn't mind doing what it took. So this is a book of drills. This is all the drills that we run in the monk system, and it's in the book, as I mentioned. Now, there are coaches that are using the monk system just as I've outlined it in the book. So this is, in the book because this shows the drills that we use to perfect our system. And there's defensive drills and there's offensive drills. Now there's more offensive drills, but that's really because offense requires a little bit more. Not that it's better, it just the nature of it requires a few more drills, a little more emphasis than defense. So now you might have a much larger uh, list than I have, but um, let me see if I can scroll down. Yeah, we'll get them all on there. Uh, you may have a larger list. My feeling on that is if you have a larger list than I have right here, you probably got too many. You can't even this list. I'm not. There's years I won't use no, some of these things. So it isn't that I'm going to do everything on this list. I pick and choose what we need during the season. But if you don't have some kind of a list like this someplace, you forget things that may be very helpful to you. My advice to you is to have some form of lists that you depend on in of drills uh, and write them down. You know, I know it's a little bit of work, but you're thinking, well, I'll remember them. No, you won't. That's a slipshod way of dealing with things. Be more demanding of yourself, more rigorous in your demands of yourself, um, because this is the only way to reach excellence, to reach mastery of your profession. So don't try to shortchange it. Uh, Sit down and really organize this. And after you do this once, you have it in your notebook or someplace where you can get to it right away. You've got it all right there. If I came off, halfway through the season and we needed something, I wasn't happy with what we were doing. I'd go to this book of drills, and always would find just what I needed uh, to help our players perfect something, to get better at something, to improve on a weakness, for example. So I would advise you to make sure that you have such a list before the season starts, by the way, because I always plan out uh, practices for the first 12 to 13 practices, depending on what time frame you've got. Meticulously plan them out and try to stay with them, and I usually do. But if the games get started, after that, I don't plan out the whole season. I just plan out the training camp, so to speak, or preseason practice. So during the year, I'm planning practice by practice, depending on our needs as we learn during the games. So this book of drills becomes important to me because uh, I'm not going to get all these drills taught or perfected in the preseason or training camp, whichever you call it. Um, so there's going to be drills that I don't have in there by the first game, maybe by the first 10 games. But then as we go along, I have to go back to this list and look at it and see, am I leaving anything out, first of all? Second of all, is there, you may be looking for something specific. There, oh, I forgot about that baseline cut drill that is right here, so it just kind of triggers your mind And when things aren't right, you know, it's a lonely world out there in coaching. Uh, it's nice to have something organized that can help you uh, get work on something that you need to work on. You know, drills are not any panacea in coaching, unless you're very good at using them. That's the key, and that's why you don't need a longer list than I've got up there. But I will tell you this, and this is very important. I don't want to leave this list without talking to you about this because I think it's extremely important. And my guess is that 90% of you, maybe more, uh, will not be using it uh, or doing your drills the way you should. My point is this: every one of these drills, every one, relate to what we do in the monk system. This is the key. That's the system, the monk system. And every drill relates to the monk system. There is no drills in here that are just fragmented, just a drill to drill. Have because you like it or it's spiffy or it's spectacular or you can really show off your coaching ability. No, there's no drills like that in here. Every one of them have a purpose that fits our system, and you should too. I see more and more coaches that just come out and are fragmented, changing things, pushing something else on the players. I can't tell you how having a system and having everything relate to that system will improve your coaching ability and your team and your players. That it'll all come together for you.
Well, there you have everything. An opportunity to have all your drills, I'm sorry, all the videos uh, to yourself. You don't have to go to the archives. You don't have to go to YouTube or anything else. You got it right in the comfort of your home. You can watch it anytime you want to. I think it's a great reference piece for coaches. And I think you'll find that there's times when you want to have something, you can go there. We've tried to organize it as simply and as effectively as we can for you. And as to the book of drills, uh, I really advise you to organize it in some way. You might be surprised at the number of drills that you're running. You may want to cut that down. Well, that's it for today. As always, we'll see you in a couple of days, and it'll be another Basketball Talk Pro video. Have a nice weekend. Rest of the weekend, you'll be seeing this Sunday for the first time, and we thank you for listening.